Hey there, and welcome. So, when you hear the word wellness, what's the first thing that pops into your head? For most of us, right, it's probably something like eating more veggies or going for a run. But what if I told you that's only one tiny piece of a much bigger, much cooler picture? Today, we're going to dive into what true wellness really means by looking at 8 different dimensions. Let's get into it. You know that feeling, don't you? You can't quite put your finger on it, but you just feel kind of out of sync. Maybe you're getting enough sleep, but you still feel disconnected or bored. Well, that's because true wellness is about so much more than just our bodies. And that's where this idea of holistic wellness comes in. It sounds like a big, fancy term, but really, it's simple. It's all about finding a healthy, happy balance across every single part of your life. It looks at the whole you, not just your physical health, but your thoughts, your feelings, your friendships, and even your sense of purpose. So, how many parts are we talking about? Well, think of it like a wheel with 8 essential spokes. The model we're exploring today breaks wellness down into 8 key dimensions. And when all 8 of those are strong and in balance, your wellness wheel rolls super smoothly, which makes for a much happier life. Okay, so here they are: physical, emotional, intellectual, social, environmental, spiritual, financial, and occupational. Now, I know that might seem like a lot to keep track of. So, to make it way easier, we're going to look at them in 3 main groups. First, caring for your body and mind, then connecting with your world, and finally, building your future self. All right, first up, let's talk about the dimensions that are all about you, your internal world. You can think of this as the foundation that everything else is built on. We'll start with the one we all know best: physical wellness. This is all about taking care of your body, right? Fueling it with good food and lots of water, moving it around in ways you enjoy, and this is a big one: getting enough sleep so it can repair and recharge. Seriously, when your body feels good, your mind feels a whole lot better too. Next up, emotional wellness. And listen, this is not about being happy all the time. That's just impossible. It's actually about recognizing your feelings, trying to understand them, and having healthy ways to cope. That could be talking things out, maybe drawing or journaling, or even just taking a minute to think about what you're thankful for. And to round out our first section, we have intellectual wellness. Your brain is a muscle, and this dimension is all about giving it a good workout. It means staying curious, maybe learning a new skill just for the fun of it, and always being open to new ideas. This is what keeps you feeling creative and confident. Okay, so we've looked inward. Now, let's zoom out a bit and move from our inner world to our outer one. This next group is all about how we connect with the people, the places, and the world all around us. Let's talk about social wellness. As humans, we're basically wired for connection. This dimension is all about the quality of our relationships. It's about building a solid support system, learning how to communicate well, especially when things get tough, and feeling like you're part of a community. Then we've got environmental wellness. Now, this has 2 parts. First, it's about your immediate surroundings, like having a clean and organized room where you can relax. And second, it's about the bigger world, our planet. It's about respecting our environment. Because, believe it or not, a healthy planet and a healthy personal space really do help you feel healthier and more at peace. All right, our final cluster of dimensions is all about looking ahead. It's about building a life that feels meaningful and stable, not just for you now, but for the you of the future. So, spiritual wellness is a big one, and it's often misunderstood. This does not have to be about religion at all. It's really about connecting with your personal values and finding a sense of purpose. What guides you? What makes you feel like you're a part of something bigger? It could be meditating, volunteering, or just trying to live in a way that feels true to you. Next up, let's talk money, financial wellness. A huge part of this is learning one simple but super powerful thing: the difference between your wants and your needs. Wanting the latest video game versus needing school supplies. Just getting clear on this, like you see in these examples, is the very first step to making smart choices with money. And that leads right into building good habits. It's about learning to save up for a goal, whether it's something big or small. This is what sets you up for a much more secure and less stressful future. And finally, number 8, occupational wellness. Now, if you're a student, this isn't about a 9 to 5 job. It's about finding satisfaction in what you do every day: your schoolwork, your hobbies, maybe volunteering. It's about feeling proud of your efforts and exploring things that you're interested in, things that might even turn into a career you love someday. So there you have it, all 8 dimensions. And as you can see, they all work together. Remember that wellness wheel we talked about? They're all connected. If one area is wobbly, it can throw the whole wheel off balance. But when you're paying attention to all of them, you build a life that feels really strong, balanced, and ready for anything. So how can you actually use this in your own life? Just take a second and think about these 8 dimensions. Is there one area that could use a little boost? You don't have to overhaul your whole life. Just pick one small, simple thing you can do this week to make one of those areas just a little bit stronger. Because in the end, that's what this is all about. Wellness isn't about trying to be perfect or become someone else. It's just a journey to becoming the most balanced, healthy, and authentic version of yourself. Thanks so much for joining me today.